I still remember standing in ankle-deep water in my laundry room. My old washer had just given up, turning a mountain of dirty clothes into a flooded nightmare. When I rushed to buy a replacement, the sheer number of options was overwhelming. Agitator or impeller? Smart features or basic dials? I ended up buying a dud that shredded my favorite shirts. To save you from that same expensive mistake, I've personally tested the top contenders on the market. Today, we're counting down the top 10 washers to find the absolute best one for your home. Let's dive in. 10. Maytag MVW6500MW. This machine is heavily marketed toward pet owners, boasting a unique Pet Pro filter designed to capture dog and cat hair right in the wash. When I first brought this machine into my testing space, I was excited to see if it could tackle the persistent golden retriever hair that seems to weave itself into all my dark clothing. The setup was fairly straightforward, and the machine has a solid, industrial look that gives you the impression it is built to handle heavy-duty loads. During my initial tests, the Pet Pro filter did manage to catch a noticeable amount of hair, which was satisfying to pull out and discard. I loaded it up with some heavily fur-coated blankets and used the deep fill option to ensure everything was fully saturated. However, as the cycle progressed, I quickly noticed that the machine is exceptionally loud. The motor grinds with a mechanical harshness that makes it impossible to ignore if your laundry room is near a living space or a bedroom, which became highly distracting during my daily routine. Furthermore, while the agitator is marketed as heavy-duty, my testing revealed it to be overly aggressive on everyday fabrics. I ran a standard load of t-shirts and lighter cottons, only to find that the intense mechanical action caused noticeable pilling and premature wear on the garments. The deep fill option, while useful for bulky items, often struggled to balance the load, leading to violent shaking during the spin cycle that forced me to pause and manually redistribute the wet, heavy clothes just to get the cycle to finish. 9. Whirlpool WFW4720RW. This model is a front-load washer, and while buyers often look for top-loading machines, this Whirlpool is frequently cross-shopped by those seeking better energy efficiency. I wanted to put it through its paces to see how it compares. It features a respectable 4.5 cubic foot capacity and includes a tumble fresh option designed to keep clothes moving after the cycle ends to prevent odors. Aesthetically, it has a clean, modern white finish that blends easily into most contemporary laundry spaces. I loaded the Whirlpool up with a mix of towels and bed sheets to test its capacity and water efficiency. As expected from a front loader, it used significantly less water than traditional top loaders, relying on the gentle tumbling action to lift and drop the fabrics through the wash water. The Tumble Fresh option did exactly what it promised. I intentionally left the load sitting for 3 hours after the wash finished, and when I finally opened the door, the clothes smelled perfectly fresh without that dreaded mildew scent. However, my enthusiasm quickly waned when I started interacting with the control panel and timing the actual wash cycles. The capacitive touch controls feel oddly cheap and unresponsive for a machine of this caliber, often requiring multiple hard taps to register a simple command. More frustratingly, the standard wash cycles are incredibly long. A normal load took nearly an hour and 15 minutes to complete. When I tried to wash a heavily soiled load, the heavy-duty cycle dragged on for over 2 hours, which completely bottlenecked my weekend laundry routine and left me constantly waiting around. 8. GEPTW600BSRWS. This machine represents a significant step up in smart technology and user-friendly features. From the moment I powered it on, the interface felt far more intuitive and responsive. It features a spacious 5.0 cubic foot capacity, providing ample room for king-size bedding. The standout feature here is the Smarter Wash technology, which uses internal sensors to adapt the wash cycle based on the size and soil level of the load, aiming to optimize both water usage and cleaning power. One of my favorite features during testing was the Flex Dispense system. I often switch between liquid detergent powder and detergent pods depending on what I am washing. The Flex Dispense drawer has dedicated compartments for each, ensuring that detergent pods are fully dissolved before they even hit the clothes. I ran a load of darks using a pod in the dedicated slot, and there was absolutely no undissolved residue left on the fabrics. a common issue I've experienced with older machines when simply tossing a pod directly into the drum. Another massive benefit I noticed over weeks of testing is the inclusion of microban antimicrobial technology. GE has integrated this material into the bottom of the tub, the dispenser drawer, and the drain hose. Top loaders can sometimes develop a funky smell if left closed in a humid environment. But even after weeks of heavy use and deliberately leaving the lid shut, this GE machine remains smelling completely neutral and fresh. It proved to me that the microban integration is far more than just a clever marketing gimmick. 7. Speed Queen TC5003WN. Speed Queen is legendary in the laundry world for building commercial-grade machines for residential use. And the TC5 is their classic, no-nonsense top loader. When I uncrated this machine, it felt completely different from the others. It is incredibly heavy, built with a solid steel base and a heavy-duty motor. It doesn't have a digital display or Wi-Fi connectivity, just chunky, satisfying mechanical knobs that feel like they will outlive us all. In my testing, the performance of the traditional transmission-driven agitator was nothing short of spectacular for heavy soils. I soiled several pairs of denim work jeans with mud, motor oil, and grass stains to see what it could do. The Speed Queen uses a classic deep fill, filling the entire stainless steel tub with water, and the agitator pulls the clothes down with an aggressive, continuous stroke. The result was incredibly impressive. The jeans came out completely spotless, easily outperforming several high-tech machines that use complex wash motions. What truly shocked me, however, was the blistering speed of the cycles. Because this machine isn't restricted by the stringent water and energy-saving sensors that slow down most modern washers, a standard wash cycle was finished in roughly 30 minutes. I was able to blast through 4 baskets of laundry in the time it took other machines to finish a single heavy-duty load. The lack of modern smart features is actually its greatest strength, as there are no delicate computer boards or touchscreens to fail over time. The Speed Queen TC5003WN is built for a very specific type of user, and for that user, it is utterly flawless. 6. Maytag MHW5630HW. This front-load washer instantly caught my attention with its bold promise of extra power. Maytag has designed this 4.5 cubic foot washer with a dedicated extra power button that boosts stain-fighting performance on any wash cycle with a dual temperature wash. It starts with cold water to gently lift protein-based stains, then transitions to warm water to dissolve greasy, heavy soils. I was eager to see if this dual temperature approach actually made a difference in the real world. To test the extra power feature, I created a nightmare load of clothes stained with ketchup, coffee, and set in cooking grease. I engaged the extra power button on a normal cycle. When the timer went off, I closely inspected the garments under bright lighting. The dual temperature strategy worked flawlessly. Both the protein stains and the oil-based stains were completely eradicated without needing a dedicated 2-hour heavy soil cycle. The wash action was vigorous yet surprisingly quiet, thanks to Maytag's advanced vibration control system. Another feature that completely won me over during my month of testing was the 12-hour fresh spin option. I'm notoriously bad at remembering to move my wet clothes to the dryer, often resulting in having to rewash a load the next morning. With this feature engaged, the Maytag periodically tumbles the wet clothes for up to 12 hours after the cycle ends while circulating fresh air. I tested this by leaving a load overnight, and they were perfectly fresh, untangled, and ready for the dryer the next day. The Maytag MHW5630HW is a robust, thoughtfully designed washer that solves real-world laundry problems. 5. LG WM6998HW. This is a single-unit machine that washes and dries your clothes in the exact same drum, utilizing advanced ventless heat pump technology. Initially, I was skeptical. Combination units historically take forever and leave clothes feeling damp. However, pulling this sleek black steel machine out of the box, I was immediately struck by its premium build quality and massive 5.0 cubic foot capacity, which is completely unheard of for an all-in-one ventless unit. I loaded it up with a week's worth of office wear and started a seamless wash to dry cycle. The convenience of putting dirty clothes in before work and coming home to clean completely dry clothes without ever having to transfer a load is truly life-changing. The heat pump drying technology is incredibly gentle on fabrics and uses a fraction of the electricity of a standard vented dryer. My clothes came out perfectly dry, soft, and unshrunk, completely dispelling my previous biases against combo units. LG has also packed this machine with their AIDD technology, which uses artificial intelligence to detect the weight and fabric softness of each load, automatically selecting the optimal washing motions. I noticed that when washing delicate knits, the drum movements were whisper quiet and incredibly gentle. But when I washed heavy cotton towels, the machine ramped up the agitation to ensure a deep clean. It takes the absolute guesswork out of doing laundry, as the machine literally adapts to whatever you throw inside it. The LG Wash Combo is a transformative appliance for anyone living in an apartment, a home without dryer vents, or simply anyone who wants to reclaim the space taken up by a two-machine setup. 4. GEGTW335SNWW. This is a 4.2 cubic foot top load washer that represents the absolute best value on the market today. When I began testing this unit, I was immediately charmed by its unpretentious simplicity. It features straightforward rotary dials, a durable stainless steel wash basket, and a heavy-duty dual-action agitator. It feels completely ready to get straight to work. I put this GE through some of the most grueling tests of any machine on this list. I loaded it with thick, heavy winter coats and muddy outdoor gear. The heavy-duty dual-action agitator operates independently of the wash basket, creating a powerful rollover effect that pulls clothes from the top of the load down to the bottom, where the cleaning action is most intense. Every single piece of thick outerwear came out remarkably clean, with the powerful agitator effortlessly handling the heavy, waterlogged weight of the coats. One of the standout features of this budget-friendly machine is the deep rinse option. Many modern high-efficiency machines struggle to completely rinse away detergent residue, which can cause skin irritation over time. When I selected Deep Rinse on the GE, it filled the tub with a massive amount of clean water, thoroughly flushing out all soap suds and fabric softener from my bulky loads. The mechanical controls also mean that you can easily bypass lid loss during the fill cycle to toss in a forgotten sock, a feature I highly appreciate. The GEGTW335ASNWW earns its number 4 spot by being an absolute champion of value and reliability. It strips away the Wi-Fi, the touchscreens, and the complex sensors in favor of raw, mechanical cleaning power. 3. Samsung WA46CG3505WA4. This machine is an absolute stunner in its brushed black finish, instantly upgrading the look of my laundry room. But it's not just about looks. This top loader features a spacious 4.6 cubic foot capacity and is deeply integrated into Samsung's SmartThings ecosystem. Setting it up on my home network took less than a minute. From that point on, my smartphone became a powerful remote control for my laundry, allowing me to start, stop, and continuously monitor cycles from anywhere in the house. The core of this machine's cleaning power lies in its active wave agitator. Traditional agitators can be incredibly noisy and have a nasty habit of tangling clothes into tight knots. During my testing, I specifically loaded the Samsung with a mix of long-sleeve dress shirts and thin pants. The active wave agitator utilizes a specialized wing shape that creates a smooth, twisting water flow. When the cycle finished, I was amazed to find the clothes were completely untangled, reducing wear and tear while operating much quieter than a traditional agitator. The SmartThings app connectivity proved to be far more than just a fun novelty. I found myself relying heavily on the push notifications that alerted me the exact moment a wash cycle finished. No more guessing or walking back and forth to the laundry room to check the time remaining. Furthermore, the app provides smart maintenance alerts, letting me know exactly when it was time to run a self-clean cycle to keep the tub fresh. It genuinely streamlined my entire household chore routine. The Samsung WA46CG3505VA4 brilliantly combines sleek aesthetics, intelligent fabric care, and seamless smart home integration. 2. Whirlpool WTW6157PW. This washer boasts a massive 5.2 to 5.3 cubic foot capacity. But its true party trick is the industry first 2-in-1 removable agitator. When I first heard about this, I was desperate to test it. You literally just squeeze a handle and lift the agitator post right out of the machine, instantly converting it from a heavy-duty agitator washer to a spacious impeller washer. This versatility is an absolute game changer. For a load of heavily soiled gym clothes and muddy kids' playwear, I left the agitator in to get that aggressive, deep scrubbing action. The clothes came out spotless. But later that week, I needed to wash a massive, bulky king-size comforter. Normally, an agitator would stretch and damage a comforter, or the comforter simply wouldn't fit. I popped the agitator out, dropping it into impeller mode, and the comforter fit beautifully, washing gently and thoroughly without any binding or tearing. Beyond the removable agitator, Whirlpool included a built-in water faucet located right inside the drum. I test a lot of heavily stained garments, and normally I have to pre-treat them at the kitchen sink and carry them dripping wet to the laundry room. With this machine, I just pressed a button, and a stream of water dispensed directly into the drum, allowing me to scrub stains with detergent right over the wash basket before starting the cycle. It is an incredibly thoughtful design that keeps messy drips completely contained. The Whirlpool WTW6157PW is a masterpiece of flexible engineering. By allowing you to switch between agitator and impeller washing on the fly, it effectively gives you two entirely different high-end machines in one footprint. 1. LG WT7900HW. This top-load washer is an absolute titan, featuring a cavernous 5.5 cubic foot mega capacity drum and LG's proprietary Turbo Wash 3D technology. When I first installed this machine, its sleek black steel design and tempered glass lid made it look like a piece of high-end tech. But the real magic happened when I pressed start. This machine completely redefines how fast and how well a top-loading washer can safely clean your clothes. The Turbo Wash 3D system is astonishing to watch in action. Instead of relying on an invasive central agitator, it uses a powerful jet spray combined with an independent tub and motor that rotate in opposite directions. This creates a massive dynamic water flow that violently but safely scrubs clothes against each other. I loaded it to the absolute brim with mixed heavy garments, and the Turbo Wash system completely eliminated every stain, odor, and speck of dirt in just under 30 minutes. The speed and cleaning power are completely unmatched by anything else I tested. Furthermore, this machine is a total lifesaver for anyone dealing with allergies. It features an allergen cycle that uses an onboard heater to generate intense steam right inside the drum. I tested this on a batch of dust mite-ridden seasonal bedding. The steam penetrated deep into the fabrics, and the machine is certified by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America to remove over 95% of pet dander and dust mites. The clothes didn't just look clean, they felt completely sanitized, refreshed, and allergen-free. The LG WT7900HW is the undisputed king of the laundry room,